Welcome, Taurus, to your love reading for November 12th to the 18th of 2018. So, I just did Aries, and we're going to do the same format this week. So, just shuffle a bit and then do a 10 card Celtic cross spread. I'm going to lay them out, and then we're going to talk about what I sense. Alright, so, see, Taurus and love, November 12th to the 18th. 12th to the 18th. Okay. So, Five of Pentacles, the Fool, the Moon, Ten of Wands, Five of Wands, the Devil, Nine of Cups in reverse, the Chariot in reverse, Two of Wands, Seven of Swords. So let's clarify a few cards. Clarify the Ten of Wands. I meant the Five of Wands for Taurus. Okay. Clarify the Moon. Queen of Swords. We have the Six of Cups where I clarify the Five of Wands. Clarify the Seven of Swords. We have the Knight of Wands. I meant the Knight of Pentacles and the Magician. And clarify the Devil for Taurus. And then we have Judgment in reverse. So, one more. Clarify the Ten of Wands for Taurus. Ten of Wands for Taurus. Okay, we have the Four of Cups. Now, let's do two cards for Taurus for November 12th to the 18th of 2018. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And one more card for Taurus for November 12th to the 18th. Then true love, this is the romance of a lifetime. Alright, so let's see. So Taurus, as we look into your reading here, it should be there. And this is I feel for many of you, you might definitely be going through a separation with someone that you want to be close to. I feel like there are definitely the issues of intense conflict with you and someone else, and I feel where you can't connect with somebody, where you even feel like you want to move out, you want to leave, you want to get away from someone because either you're needing to separate from someone or they're separating from you. The Fool is showing up as a card of needing to free your energy, go on a spiritual journey somewhere, get away from someone or something where you're letting go of a previous relationship or something that you've been holding on or mystified about because you can't find the clarity that you really want with that particular person. And I feel where you feel that there are too many secrets, if you feel like there are lies and you can't really trust someone right now, it tells you to be very discerning about how you are trusting someone and trusting yourself to be a bit more patient so that you can build up that confidence to trust that when you feel something is off with somebody, that you heed that advice. All right. I feel the Queen of Swords is showing up with Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. You got the Fool showing up, Aries, that you might be dealing with for some of you out there. But when the Moon is showing up there, that means that things are not very clear right now, and this might not be a week to dive all in emotionally or overdo it emotionally. It's going to be very tough for you to do that because I see already that there's going to be some conflicting things going on inside. The recent past with the Ten of Wands and the Four of Cups showing up, definitely holding on to someone that might not be holding on to you, vice versa, whatever it might be. It could be a marriage that you may have been entangled with, that you may have been trying to end, or even a relationship. And even when someone is almost like someone wants to let go, but someone is holding on. And that seems to be stressful, especially if you say if someone might not be around, or even if you wanted to leave somebody and you felt guilty about it. These kind of scenarios might have been going on maybe last week. So it's a card of stress. These cards are stressful. And I feel even if there are new beginnings and the need to let go, there's still this energy of still holding on and hoping that things turn around. And it's not really happening. It seems like you have a lot of conflict on your mind where the past is really bothering you. And currently you might be around someone from your past. That could be happening this week. Either someone returning to you or wanting that person to return because you have some things to confront. And that may very well happen, because I feel the person that's coming towards you, the devil, is showing up. And when when that energy is happening in that way, it can bring a lot of fear to people, because depending on your beliefs and how you might be conditioned to believe a devil is being a person. But being an energy is just as it's bad, because whatever that person might be bringing towards you, it could be very toxic, the way that they might behave, that the way that they might act. Either some of you, two scenarios, because it's always going to be different for each person, but that person either very attached to you or attached to certain behaviors, not being able to, if they say they're leaving and then they stay, or if they say they're going to make changes and they don't, and it's like a revolving kind of scenario where it's happening over and over and over again. And judgment is in reverse, which is indicating that that person that you might be dealing with or have dealt with, that they have an issue with owning up to what they've done, making changes, constantly doing the same things repeatedly and not really getting anywhere. So that those things might be an issue, I feel. A lot of toxic things could be going on when I see that, and then the way that you respond to that person, I feel like it can have a damper on maybe your self-esteem a lot, because of what you might be attached to when that energy is coming through. It has you, because that person is coming through in that way. Now, for some, this is someone who is either stalking you, want to be with you, and you really don't want to be with them. You want to be with them right now because you might be dealing with something else. That could be an issue. Some of you might be giving off the same kind of energy, but when someone is not opening up, your response is to drink. You might do drugs. You might eat a lot. You might smoke a lot. You might do things that appease your emotional response right now, but it's not in the best interest of the connection. Because ultimately you have to kind of face these things. So I feel being very emotionally drained this week might be something that comes through because of the person and the energy that you might be dealing with. Now, the person that you're dealing with the Chariot in reverse, a couple of major arcana showing up. But with the Chariot in reverse, that means that that person is not really wanting to move forward with you right now. They might have other issues that they're dealing with. It could be confrontation, arguments, disputes. Sometimes physical threats and things like that could be going on in the scenario, which causes them to pull back. And even if they're dealing with some other things on their end, they're having deep issues. For some of you who know, if you're dealing with a love interest who might be dealing with other scenarios in their life, they're not moving forward and wanting to come travel, wanting to come see you right now. So I feel for a lot of you, the fear that you might be having right now is taking a step back and doing what you need to do for you right now. It's almost like if you put down what you're holding on to with the Ten of Wands, whether it's a marriage relationship or anything that has reminded you of something that's not been working out. And if you can't really bring clarity to what will pinpoint what's been going on, I feel like the Two of Wands is an energy of starting fresh, trying to make the plans. You feel like you need to do something, make a change, to plan, to travel, to relocate, to take a trip, do whatever. But as you do that, it's like you drop whatever you've been holding on to, and then you start to focus on you and start making another step as you take a step forward. So that might definitely be an issue and a fear of you right now, because you want things to work out, and maybe it's dealing with the past and making certain plans that always, usually comes, you might run into an obstacle as you try to get over whoever you might be dealing with, right? Then the Seven of Swords is coming out in the upright position. So the Magician is there, and then the Knight of Pentacles. So those energies are telling me that for you and your partner or love interest, whoever you might be dealing with, it could be a current partner, there's this energy of focusing on self, and that needs I feel like that needs to be what's happening right now, because whoever you're dealing with, they might not be opening up or letting you know what's going on. And I feel like until you can figure out the truth about somebody, what they might be kind of hiding from you, or to me, when the devil is showing up in the Nine of Cups, those are very toxic kind of things going on, right? And until that person is making changes, until they're coming towards you, you don't want the devil energy coming towards you. And that person that's almost a bat, that's a toxic kind of energy, or a person that's around. They're not telling the truth, they're not being honest, and they might have things that they may be doing that don't help the connection, it doesn't suit the connection right now. So I feel like that's the energy where you need to back away from it and let that go, at least this week right now, because they don't seem to be making changes, and it's having you go into a spiral of maybe things that you would like to change and release yourself. So I feel like focusing on yourself with the Magician and the Knight of Pentacles right now is part of what needs to happen. And that's part of what you need to be honest with you, and maybe focus there, because you can't really force or make changes with another person. And even if that's you that's hiding what you need to convey to your partner, for a lot of you it might be a financial thing that's going on, and you're not sure how to really communicate that to them, because you don't really want them to know your business. So that could be something that's in there as well. So with the cards of worth waiting for, divine timing is at work in your love life, and we have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. I feel in due time, if you were to, especially this week, it looks like to me that it's more self-focused, self-oriented. Whoever this person is to come towards you, the devil, they say, well, Capricorn. It can be, it doesn't have to be, but that energy, it can be a person or a vibe that they give off, or the connection that you have with another person with judgment in reverse. That's the issue. All right, it's things that you need to be honest with, and seeing if things are going to work out. A lot of times, yes, the love can be true, but sometimes we have to wait for the other person to make the changes necessary, but usually not really so much waiting on them, but really focusing on ourselves and making changes with us. So try to be honest about that, and see how things might flow as you focus throughout the week. So there definitely may be some conflict with someone from your past, and they might be on your mind, or they even could be around you in some way. But I feel like a lot of you might just be releasing someone and kind of letting them do them. You could try your best to do that, and they're going to be you're going to do you. So that's your reading for the week. I hope the messages did help out. Tons of love, lots of light to you, tons of healing vibes. I wish you the best, and you can always go to the website psychicloveheals.com to schedule something for you. Have a good one.